3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Good day, viewers, and welcome back to yet another edition of We Talk. My name is Precious Nitanapo, your host and presenter for this show. Today, we have an interesting interview lined up, not forgetting our We Recommend segment, which I highly recommend you check out. Not forgetting We Chill, which is our weekend guide. So if you don't have anything to do for the weekend, definitely have a look at our We Chill segment because there are quite a few activities. But before we get into it, first, let's have a look at what is in store in the news division. Welcome back. It's time for our news edition, and today we have a look at the city of Windhoek as they approve a new settlement. To tackle challenges associated with urbanization and to ensure access to basic services, the city of Windhoek approved the establishment of 2 informal settlements earmarked for low-income groups. The move comes as a part of a comprehensive effort to improve the living conditions of those currently living in overcrowded informal settlements. The first approved settlement, Ochumise Extension 14, is set to relieve pressure on overcrowded informal settlements. The 35.5 hectares located along Masku Street on Farm 1033 is located southwest of the Koryagap Dam and north of Ochumise Extension 10. The second approved settlement, Ochumise Extension 15, will be located on the remaining portion of Farm 999. The 23.3 hectares is located along Maskastrat and is adjacent to the Koryagap Dam and Ochumise Extension 10. Moses Mashai, the newly appointed chief executive of the Windhoek municipality, said that the design includes 310 plots zoned for single residential use, 12 plots for general residential use with 157 residential units, and 30 plots reserved for public spaces. He says, in addition, there are plans for 4 institutional plots, 3 municipal plots, and 2 plots reserved for street purposes. The city will develop the 2 settlements using a combination of its own and borrowed funds. Furthermore, recognizing the need to bridge gaps in infrastructure, the Municipal Council has earmarked a portion of Farm 508 for important state facilities. This includes a health center, primary and secondary schools, as well as a police station, which is particularly aimed at tackling gaps in the Samora Machel constituency. Parents argued that the long distances to existing schools were the reason why they chose the nearby unregistered schools. The City Council was quoted as saying during its recent council meeting. That does bring us to the end of our first news edition, but we have more coming up. Let's have a look at SABMR as they ask that more people of color stop by for donations. We may never call you to say you are a suitable donor for a patient, but we may also just call you, says Zahir Isaks, the head of patient services at the South African Bone Marrow Registry. The Cancer Association of Namibia recently announced that they will be joining forces with the SABMR to widen the donor pool. Isak says it is vital for people of color to become bone marrow donors. There are about 42 million registered bone marrow donors worldwide, and 70% of them are white, with only 30% being black, Asian, mixed race, and Hispanic. This despite the fact that the latter group is the majority of the world population. When a white person walks in on me, there is a 78% chance that I can help them, but for people of color, it drops to 28%, he says. The majority of people in Namibia are people of color, and in many health-related incidences, people of color are hit the hardest, says Kushi Shiriange, a patient support officer at the Cancer Association of Namibia. Although bone marrow donations do not necessarily take place within the limits of racial boundaries, it is common that a donor and a patient will have a shared origin. There is a high chance that a donor and the patient will speak the same language because we inherit human leukocyte antigen with racial lines, he says. People have migrated all over the world and mixed marriages have been forming for a very long time, so you never know what the chances are. In addition to diversifying the bone marrow donor registry, Isaacs hopes to bust the myths surrounding bone marrow donations. He says, "We want to do away with the idea that we are drilling into bones. The process is very simplified and is almost painless. It's just a needle in your arm," he explains, adding that the process of donating bone marrow can take between 4 and 6 hours. Shiriange says 6 Namibians have already received bone marrow donations with the support of the SABMR and hopes that this number can increase not only in Namibia but in Southern Africa as well. That does bring us to the end of our news edition for this week. Thank you so much, but please stick around for the rest of the show.
Welkom julle, mijn naam is Brian Munango en ik is jullie aanbieder voor Gooi Kolle. Dit is donderdagse sportstrip nou. Einde van hierdie programma zal ik en hoe om Frans te praten. Je m'appelle? Je bent?
Le Jean.
Toen had je me kool.
Is dit nou onderbroek?
Leen geschakeld, we zien jullie weer vrijdag volgende week.
Gooi kool!
Gooi kool!
It's time for queens to rise up and leave their mark. Now joining us in studio right now, she is beautiful inside and out. She's determined and intelligent. She is Miss Namibia 2023, Jamila Wiras. Hey girl.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I'm fantastic. First and foremost, congratulations on your massive win. We are so proud of you.
Thank you
and
so much.
We are excited to see your journey unfold, in our eyes right then and there. Let's get into the conversation today. I want you to tell us how you felt in that moment when they announced you as Miss Namibia 2023. What was going on in your mind? Give us your train of thought. Were you nervous? Were you excited? Did you say a little prayer in your heart? What was going on?
I actually rethink that moment quite a lot.
Yeah.
It was a multifaceted emotional experience, a lot of mixed emotions, but I was really grateful and
Yeah.
emotional. Yes. I'd really like to relive it again. It was
But
an amazing feeling.
Now you continue to just relive it every time.
Every time,
Imagine now
literally.
if they announce you as the winner of Miss Universe.
I think I'll faint.
We would
I
also
might
faint.
faint.
All right, now coming into joining the competition, right? Tell us about your experience, how your journey has been with the other girls, with the organization. Was the good treatment? Was the food good? Was the excursion good? Tell us about all of that.
It was an amazing experience because I was around a lot of intelligent women that all come from different walks of life.
Yeah.
And I learned so much from each and every one of them. It would be a remiss if I say that there were no days where you felt a bit down and you would cry, but also seeing the bigger picture, there was no way you could give up on yourself.
Yeah.
And with the organization, they've pampered us quite a lot. When you're asking about food, we ate, ma'am. We ate with our healthy meals 3 times a day and would snack in between.
Nice.
We grew such a healthy relationship and they became family. Not just the finalists, but
The organization
yeah,
as well.
I can say now I have friends for a lifetime.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and family to keep forever.
What I love about, pageantry is the fact that it's a community. It gives you a sense of belonging, and you build those bonds that are unbreakable. You build those sisterhoods, friendship that you will take on forever in your lifetime. Absolutely love. Tell us about what you're going to do with the impact that you plan on having with this platform. What are you going to do as Miss Namibia 2023?
So I would like to advance my social cause, which is youth empowerment. And I want to focus on all 4 pillars of the National Youth Policy, which is youth health and well-being, youth education and skills development, youth civic and political participation. We are told year in and year out that we are the future leaders, and it is the future now. But why are we not walking into spaces where we belong?
Yes.
So I definitely want to advance my social cause. I want to inspire and empower young people to utilize their lives for greater causes and just to inspire other people as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
And with your social cause, are you planning for it to be urban-based, or are you also expanding to rural communities?
I'm definitely expanding. I feel like year in and year out, a lot of our previous queens, their focus was more in now urban societies. I don't want to do that. I want to move to remote areas where kids don't really look, they don't have anyone to look up to that
they
motivates
don't have
them.
A good example.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, the motivation. There's a lack of motivation. So I want to go to remote areas and speak to the young kids there. Yes, not just speak to them, but actually put in the work. Yes, put in the work and
skills that they need. Actually, yeah.
Exactly.
All right, why did you decide to enter Miss Namibia this year particularly? You could have entered last year, you could have entered next year, but you chose this year. Why? Is there a specific reason, or you are just like, you know what, I don't have anything to do, there is Miss Namibia, let me apply and shoot my shot?
A various amount of reasons. And I had so many friends and family members that I won't say forced, but they know that they forced me. And all the previous years, it's something that actually pondered me quite a lot. But this year I felt like since I have a big support system, why not? Since I feel, because all the other years when I spoke about it, I could tell the people, they could see as well that I wasn't ready.
Okay.
Yes. So this year I decided I'm not going to hold myself back. I'm going to take the leap of faith.
Yeah.
And it's quite interesting that it was my crown birthday this year.
Yeah.
So I share this fun fact with everyone. I turned 23 on the first month, 2023, and I am Miss Namibia 2023.
Wow.
And soon I might be Miss Universe 2023. But it's because I felt like I was ready. I was ready, and nothing was holding me back.
Yeah.
Yes, and I wanted to impact a lot of people.
You wanted to also live in the moment. Absolutely love that. And just to mention, maybe re-emphasize what you said, people are always saying we are the future leaders.
Yes.
I'm glad that you took charge of your future right now, in the moment.
I literally, I have the pen and I'm writing my own story. So that's why I want young people to take up spaces right now. It's our time to shine.
Love that. It's truly our time to shine.
Yes.
Now that we are talking about young people, tell us why it's so important that young women in Namibia take part in pageants like Miss Namibia.
Well, if you want to live a purposeful life, or if you feel like you have a purpose to live, then Miss Namibia is definitely a great platform, because the organization helps you through everything and anything, and also just it evolves you as a leader. If you are into leadership, this is the right platform. If you have a voice, and you want to speak up, this is the right platform.
Yeah.
So don't limit yourself. Don't think of pageantry as a competition. Think of it as you competing against yourself for the betterment of yourself.
Oh, love that. And also just to add on to what you said, I think it's also good for career advancement.
Yeah,
You
also
know,
skills.
And skills,
I
there
can
are
bake
a lot
now.
of opportunities.
Mr. Mabia taught us how to bake.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
You should
There's
invite
a lot of
me
there's
to
a lot of
make
skills
me
that you
cupcakes
learn.
or something.
Yeah, you learn so many skills throughout the entire journey.
Yeah.
And you take so much from it. So after the journey, whether you made it or not, you literally, the amount of skills you've picked up, you can become anything you want. We shouldn't limit ourselves. So
And I can testify to that. I was a contestant
Yes.
last year. And the reason why I speak like this is because part of that training that I got from Miss Namibia, it's such a great platform, you know, for young women, for anything that you would want to achieve in this life. So we definitely do encourage you to join Miss Namibia. Thank you very much to our beautiful Namibian ambassador,
Thank
Jamila
you.
Wiras. Thank you for joining us.
thank you for having me.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nhom.na.
Good day, viewers, and welcome back to yet another edition of We Talk Namibia. I am Precious Ntanapo, your host and presenter for this show. Today, we are seated next to Simba, who is going to share a little bit more about his artistic journey. Simba, how are you doing?
Yes, I'm good, my sister.
Okay, so can you just tell us a little bit about your whole art journey?
Yeah, my name is Simba. I'm artist. This is my work. Yeah, I draw just here for my house. I draw the portrait. I make it the painting, the nice painting. Yeah, sometime after I have the small customer, she's coming for check. Yeah,
Okay, so when did you start painting?
10 years. 10 years already. 10 years I make it the portrait, not the portrait. The first time is just the cartoons. I draw from home, the cartoons. Yeah,
And then after you made a painting, where do you sell it?
yeah. Sometime I'm go town. I have the place from town, Plain Windhoek. Yeah, sometime.
And approximately how much money do you make in a month, or per painting, let's say rather?
For the price for the portrait,
Yes.
the price is different. It's different for the size. I have for 500, I have for 300, 1,000, 2,000, just like that.
Now, what do you use as inspiration for your different portraits? Because I see over there we have animals, over here we have portraits, and then we have our founding fathers as well, our presidents as well. What gives you that motivation?
Oh, the motivation is just the God. The God. One day, myself, no, today I will draw the cartoons. After, yeah, just like that is the God.
Yeah. So you just get your inspiration. You wake up one day, and then he will instruct you, or almost give you like a message on what you need to paint today, or what portrait you should make.
Just the portrait I draw. I paint the world from the bar, the casino. Yeah.
Okay, so you venture into different types of paintings.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means your market base is very, very wide. So your customers don't just come in to buy this.
This pottery, no.
Yeah.
I have other one customer. She's called me for for the draw, for the world, for the casino, the clinic, hospital, the school, kindergarten. Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever indulged in giving art lessons, teaching other people how to paint?
Oh, yeah, it's possible. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah.
So it's not something that you've started yet, but you are looking into doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's about it. That concludes our interview for today. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and stick around as we show you so much more of the work that Nsimba has done.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights.
Somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouth-watering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
3, 2, 1.
It's a quiet weekend ahead on the entertainment front, so perhaps you can curl up in front of the television and just relax. But if you're looking for an outing, on Saturday at 8:30 a.m. there's a guided walk of Windhoek's Botanic Gardens led by Barbara Curtis. Entrance will set you back $20, but is free for members and kids under 16. At 6 p.m, legendary saxophonist Gareth Harvey performs live at Gordon Fung in Walvis Bay. But be warned, bookings are essential. There's a lot for the artistically inclined. You can view the exhibition Troubled Waters by Ruth Stanford and Vilo Numbala at the Project Room until Saturday, while Indifference, a collaboration between the National Art Gallery and the Nairax Foundation in South Africa, brings together the work of 5 artists that continues until the 19th. After opening earlier this week, Rising Voices, a group exhibition by 5 local artists, can be viewed at the Franco-Namibian Cultural Centre until the 21st of August. Also, Ikoba's crafters showcase their latest designs for the 2023 edition of Christmas in July at the Umba Gallery until the 31st of August. Have fun!
Hello and welcome to today's Sports Rep Show.
I am your host, Jesse Jackson Kauraika. In replay, Namibia, who had won the toss for the first time on this tour.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, starting off with tennis news, both on the WTA for women's and
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Well, there you have it, viewers. That does bring us to the end of this week's edition of We Talk. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview, enjoyed the We recommendation, as well as our We Chill segment. But that's it from me, Precious Nitanapo, your host and presenter. Thank you.
2, 1.
Here we go!